Today I'm going to shiny hunt every Paradox Pokemon in Pokemon Violet. But first, we have to make a sandwich. I'm starting the hunt going for an iron bundle. And the sandwich is really simple. You mix one salty Herba Mystica and one spicy Herba Mystica, and then add cucumber for a sandwich water Pokemon would die for. I mean, look at this sandwich. Wouldn't you die for this? Wow, bread. Now I'm going to leave this part unedited to show you how quick this hunt was. Being the first hunt, I was expecting to have to wait a long time and was carefully scanning the area. Just so you know what to look out for, this is a shiny iron bundle. And don't mind the cut here, I had to record this directly from my Switch, so I did lose a second, but I promise this was how fast I found my first shiny iron bundle. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not... Oh, wait. There he is. Look at this boy, this man. What a cute little guy. I'm using Gallet to false swabs and get HP down to the red so I can choose my preferred Pokeball. It seems like a good way to get some easy captures and some good color coordination, until it's not. But that will come up again later. Ha! Got him! You may have noticed I said first shiny iron bundle before, and that's because I didn't just get one. I went on and found another, and then after that, another, for a total of 3 shiny iron bundles. Okay, time to check this guy out. Look at him. Look at his little glide. What a good guy. On to the next one. And again, we are mixing spicy and salty Herba Mystica, and this time adding tomatoes for Iron Valiant's fairy typing. I thought Iron Valiant, being the rarest spawn for Pokemon Violet, would be one of the harder hunts. But don't ask me why, I didn't record many clips. So unfortunately we're just going to jump straight to the shiny, which you may already be seeing, and just go from there. This hunt actually took a long time, so this is the only shiny Iron Valiant I got with this sandwich. Okay, time to check out our shiny Iron Valiants. And it looks amazing. I really do love the pink, like the neon pink on that chrome. Beautiful shiny, probably my favorite so far. Speaking of sandwiches, you may notice this one has a lot more ingredients. It turns out I only had so much salty Herba Mystica, and while I could raid for more, there are more complicated sandwiches you can make that give you the same effects. These sandwiches still require 2 Herba Mystica, but they can be a combination of nearly any of them. This is an electric sandwich, which is one of the only sandwiches that allow you to hunt 2 Paradox Pokemon at the same time. Iron Thorns, and as you can see, Iron Hands. Is that a Pawmi? Not what we're looking for, but I guess we'll capture it too. Can't say no to a shiny. Now back to the hunt. Iron Thorn's shiny is fully chrome, and should be really obvious, but it actually took me quite a while to find this one. And then when I did, well, I'll show you what happened. Oh wait, no, don't despawn. I'm sorry for no shine on shiny Iron Thorns. Again, I was recording on my Switch and I was recording the clips, but they seem to lose a random amount of seconds in between each one. Sorry again, but I did catch it. That was a close encounter, but we got it. Since I have time left on this sandwich, we're going to go down below, because down below you will only find Iron Hands, no Iron Thorns, which increases our odds because more Pokemon will spawn, meaning more shiny chances. Unfortunately, this time we didn't get one. Though it is time to check out Iron Thorns, and he does look great. I really like this shiny. Now I'm making a flying type sandwich. With this sandwich we're going to hunt for Iron Jugulis, and it doesn't take us long to find one. He does stand out quite a bit. It's not really one of my favorite Pokemon, but we do capture him. And then we actually go on to capture more. I've been really lucky so far in the amount of shiny Paradox Pokemon I've been able to find. And Iron Jugulis was one of the top. I found 3, which somehow isn't even the most that I find. Anyway, watch what happens with this one. We find him. We throw a ball, he breaks out. We throw another ball, and guess what happens? That's right, he breaks out again. I actually cut out a few attempts here, but finally, we get a critical capture. And well, we get the capture. Anyway, time to have a look at this guy. He's pretty cool. Like I said, not my favorite, but still a very cool Pokemon. Now we're gonna make a fire sandwich. This is for Iron Moth. And honestly, this hunt took me quite a long time. I didn't think I was gonna find one for a while, simply because I had to go between so many different Iron Moths and get so close to find the difference, since there really isn't too much difference, just the inner tips of the wings and the horns change color. I did eventually stop, look up a guide that told me to climb a rock and go to an edge, and since the cliff is so thin, a bunch of Iron Moth would spawn there, they'll be much closer together. This did make things a bit easier, but this was not a fun hunt. We did eventually find one, which thankfully we did, because I did not want to have to spend another half an hour hunting that one, or more Herba Mystica. I used a repeat ball here because, well, it's been a long hunt, and I just want to get it caught. Anyway, here it is, Shiny Iron Moth. This might actually take the cake for my least favorite, but I digress. Now it's time to go back for Iron Hands with this electric sandwich. That somehow didn't collapse. With that sandwich perfectly made, it's time to go back below. Run, jump, and... Okay, this is taking too long. Let's go below, where we quickly find a shiny Iron Hands. Now remember I said false swabs was a good idea until it's not? Well, I bring its health down and it uses Wild Charge. Wait, it uses Wild Charge? The recoil damage kicks in and it fainted. I haven't saved since before the last hunt. This was the one time I made this mistake, and I would not let it happen again. But unfortunately this Iron Hands is lost to us. Rest in peace, my thick baby. So we keep hunting, and it takes a while, but we do find another one, and I forget to save again, but I learned from my mistake. Kind of. Now I could run and save and start the battle again, but I figure I have a couple of chances to try and capture it before it wild charges itself to death. Ooh, that's close. Please catch. And we got it. It is very cool to have a shiny Iron Hands. It was one of the first raid Pokemon I ever made, so maybe I'll build this one up and EV and IV train it. Now last but not least, with this masterpiece of a sandwich, a steel type sandwich by the way, it is time to hunt the first Paradox Pokemon we met in Pokemon Violet, Iron Treads. These ones aren't nearly as big as the first one we meet, but they are still a very cool twist on Donphan. While I do prefer Great Tusk, that's a different game, and we'll have to wait until later. Now this is my last sandwich, so I want to get as many as I can, and I do. I'm going to skip through these clips, mainly because I catch a lot, and I mean a lot of Iron Hands, but also I only got to see some of those glitches that I've seen online, but you'll see that in a moment. Anyway, we quickly catch this guy. We quickly catch a second, and then we find a third. Third? Where'd you go, little buddy? I guess this is the famous Pokemon Scarlet and Violet bugs that you hear about. But eventually we catch that too. And this is another one of those I'm not going to edit moments, so give it a moment and see if you can spot the shiny before I do. Honestly, I'm amazed at the amount of times that I've found back-to-back shinies like this. I believe this is what they call streamer luck. Stuck on the crystal up against the wall, our fourth shiny Iron Treads. What are you doing up there, little buddy? You need a hand? You want a battle? Try to quick ball as I already have the balls I wanted, and then it uses Heavy Slam. Grows giant and completely disappears off the screen? What is this game anyway? I end up using a repeat ball, and that marks my final Paradox Pokemon in this challenge. And time to look at one of our Iron Treads. This kind of marks the end of the hunt, but I do appreciate shiny Iron Treads. Like Volcarona, I do prefer the Scarlet version, but this is still cool too. And in the end, I made 7 sandwiches, one for each Paradox Pokemon. And I caught 15 shiny Pokemon. Some sandwiches only gave me 1 shiny Pokemon, while the final sandwich gave me 4, which brings our average shiny Pokemon per sandwich up to 2.14. This was an awesome challenge. What was your favourite future shiny Paradox? Let me know in the comments below, and like the video if you'd like to see me do this again, but in Pokemon Scarlet. Bye now.